been a really long time since I last reacted to a death battle, hasn't it? The last one I reacted to was actually almost 3 years ago. That was the last reaction I ever did of a death battle. And there's been a few reasons why I decided to, stop reacting to them. One was because when I first started reacting to these death battles, like about almost 7 years ago, well, 6 years ago actually, it was like, it wasn't as popular back then. And when I did that, it would go up in views for me, like, because I was smaller of a channel than I used to be back then. It was a smaller budget, but I would react to these death battles, and they actually blow up in views for me, and that's what helped me grow. But along with everything else, so has the huge reaction community on YouTube has grown as well, and from there it's like anytime I'd put out my reaction of death battle, a lot of other people would, their reaction would get more views, and meanwhile mine would just get very little and dip in views, and I wouldn't get as much as I used to. So that's why I realized, that's why I really stopped reacting to them. So I was like, at this point I don't really have to get much views anymore, so there was that. And the second reason is because I really think Death Battle has lost a lot of credibility in their results sometimes. I really think they're not too reliable with their sources anymore as much as they used to be. I don't think they're 100% accurate as they would assume to be. And what was it? And some of the stuff is accurate, some of it is not at all accurate. So I was like, at this point, it's like, I'd rather not. They lost a lot of credibility to me, so I'm not gonna be watching them like that anymore. So, but I just watch them sometimes, but not always. Because the one that made me feel like that the most was when I saw the Ben 10 versus Green Lantern. I was like, this does not make any sense. This is very contradictory to what they've said before. And I saw Crow the Artist, aka the Ink Tank Now's video on it, and he basically provided the whole debunking of it, and it was perfectly said. But after that point, and a few other things, I was like, nah. It's probably not best to really react to them anymore. I'll watch them, just not react to them. And then this happened. We're getting a second Link vs. Cloud, and I was like, oh, this is very interesting. I was like, if Link vs. Cloud was one of the first ones I've watched, one in the first 5 or 10 I watched, and I think it's a classic to this day, and it was the first 3D animated death battle they did, and I was like, this is great. Short, a little cheap, but it was great. I thought it was a great fight, but I don't know how accurate it was, but I don't know how accurate it was back then. But I'm curious to see how this is going to play out in this one. So there's a lot that's changed since I could tell from the thumbnail. They're using Breath of the Wild Link, and I played Breath of the Wild. That game is very fun, by the way. Totally deserved the Game of the Year. And I don't know how much has changed for Cloud though, from that Final Fantasy VII Remake. I've actually been playing through it. I haven't finished it yet, so I don't know what much has happened yet. I'm one of the few lucky people that has somehow managed to avoid these kind of spoilers for Final Fantasy VII Remake, but still need to finish that up. Anyways, don't know much about that with Cloud, so I'm curious to see what else is I'm messing up. To see what else might happen from this, because will it still be the same result? Or will it actually be turn-up results? Will Link still win, or will Cloud actually win this time? Will they do the same thing as, the Boba Fett versus Samus Aran remake, or will they do the same, or will they do different like when they did round 2 was Mario versus Sonic? I don't know. Anyways, another example of why the research is horrible, by the way. The second Mario versus Sonic one. But in any case, since it's been a while, I was like, just for once, let me actually react to one. And since it's been a while, I don't think it'll get much views anyway. Like I said earlier, this is the reason why I don't really react to it anymore, since they don't get many views. I'm probably going to upload this a little bit later right after it came out, so see what happens anyways. But enough of me rambling awkwardly for some of it. Let me actually move on to actually watching the video and see what happens. So here we go.
Link, the courageous and determined hero of Hyrule.
Cloud-striped, sword-swinging, spanky-haired Sephiroth Slayer.
Each are powerful warriors in their own right, but in a fight to the death, which one will win?
He's
Yes,
with
indeed.
a boomstick.
We know that
And
from
it's our
last
job to
time
analyze their
who had
weapons,
won,
armor,
but
and skills
is
to
there going
find
to be a
out who
change?
would win a death battle.
Oh, that preview looks amazing, though.
In the land of Hyrule was a hero so great, even a goddess favored him. Destined to wield the Triforce of Courage, he fought for his people until his dying breath. Moreover, he was chosen to be reincarnated through time to continue defending against evil.
Yep.
This hero's name was Link.
Every
Link's spirit
single
has
time.
been reborn over and
Link.
over. Technically, that means
Yeah.
most Links are kind of the same guy. It's a
Yeah,
real Link
but
to the past.
different timelines,
Which
though.
is probably why he's so
And a different
skilled
Link
with
every
tons of
time.
different
Let's
weapons,
not forget
like
that.
his Hylian shield, and of course, the Master Sword.
The Master Sword is no ordinary blade. Infused with sacred energy, it is evil's bane incarnate, capable of destroying magical barriers, dispelling curses, and slaying immortal monsters.
But
AKA
nothing's more
again.
badass than its laser beams and skyward strike. He can even charge it with lightning. You like that, like?
Link's carried hammers, clubs, spears, even boomerangs, and his talent with a bow is second to none. He has fire,
Oh, yeah.
ice, and shock arrows, and his light arrows possess holy magic. But the ancient arrows instantly consign
Oh yeah,
foes
those
to
were
oblivion.
OP in Breath of the
Appearing to either
Wild.
transport them to
Very
another
OP,
dimension
mind you.
Or crush them into nothingness.
I love
And
using
these
them though.
souped-up weapons
They were
have
super
come in
handy to take out all the
Link's
annoying
had his fair
enemies.
share of tussles defending the world from foes like Ganon, Vati, and Majora.
Link has survived rolling through lava, and while wearing the Golden Gauntlet or Titan's Mitts, been strong enough to lift
So
stone
still
weighing
going with
well
the same
over
results from
10,000
like the last time
tons.
they did
And the
this.
Force Sword
Okay.
lets him split up into copies of himself. Talk about multitasking.
Oh, Full
With the
Swords. That was
Ocarina
a
of
hard
Time,
game
Link
to
can summon
multiplayer.
storms, teleport across the land, and even travel through
Ocarina of Time.
with song.
Yeah.
But some of that doesn't
So they're
hold
basically the same thing as
candle to
last time.
Sheikah slate. That thing
Uh,
can set remote bombs, move objects magnetically, and totally stop time for things.
It can also
And
take
can summon
pictures.
his Master Cycle Zero.
Motorcycles
Well,
are all well and good, but
what they
his
would call-
sailcloth is certainly a more elegant way to move around.
So he's
Yeah.
got a lot of cool stuff, but sometimes he's got to get sneaky about it. While he may be tough, Link can't always win fights with brute force.
His claw shots are perfect for maneuvering around the environment, and his magic cape can turn him invisible.
I can think of a lot of ways that would come in handy.
Well, let's see. Dummy. Dummy.
Haha, got ya.
Ah,
You know,
divisible.
Link's weapons are very effective against sassy robots.
Ooh, you can't see me coming now, can you? Ha! Hey, why didn't you get hit?
Right, the magic cape also turns Link intangible.
Oh.
Huh. Well, guess there's no punch line. Anyway, did you know Link's fast enough to roll away from BMOS lasers?
Yes.
Which are actual light beams. They burn things, move in a
Yes.
straight line, and the guide says they're lasers, so... There.
As you can see, Link can dodge this laser at the moment it's fired. Given the distance between the two and the time frame,
Also,
you would
depending on
have to
who's
be moving 2
controlling
feet
him.
in just under 2
Ah.
billionths of a second. About a tenth the speed of light.
Now that's a reason to say, excuse me, princess. Because if he didn't, no one would get out of the way in time.
But
Oof.
one item Link has isn't simply a mere vehicle to increase his speed or strength. The Triforce of Courage, a holy relic that offers mystic power to its bearer, including protection from transmutation.
He's got some other spells too, like for shielding and healing, and his fairy spell lets him literally just turn into a fairy. Oh, look at him. Gets all tiny and he can fly around. Get the fly swatter.
Link's also
They're
been
really
granted
a
magic
lot
by
more
great
to his
fairies
arsenal
and
this time.
spirits of past Hylian champions.
I was
Misa's
wondering
grace
if they're
can
gonna
even
mention
revive
that.
him to full
Yeah,
health
I feel like
after
this is
death.
And
these
if
new
all
things
this
are
wasn't
going to
enough
come
for him to
really
just
handy
trash his
for this fight.
opponents, Link's known to carry around a snack or two to help him out.
While he usually has a limited supply of magical energy, a single bottle of Chateau Romani gives him unlimited magic for 3 whole days.
That's nothing compared to his mask.
These masks not only
These
change
are
his
masks?
physical form, but give him unique abilities, like how his Goron mask increases his strength.
He can even roll so fast he catches fire. But the Fierce Deity mask is the best. It basically transforms him into a dark god, 10 feet tall and 100% terrifying, with inhuman strength and the impossible Helix Sword.
Fierce deity Link could easily overpower Majora, who pulled the moon into the planet with enough force to destroy a continent and cause planet-wide destruction.
Well,
Huh.
sounds like he's got everything he needs
So
to
that's the plot of
defend
Majora's
Hyrule.
Mask,
I mean,
huh?
if you're chosen by a
Then
goddess,
again,
you gotta
I
do
didn't
what
play
she
Majora's
says,
Mask
right?
yet.
With the
I
boy
still got
clad
a
in
huge rabbit
green
to go through,
committed to the
honestly.
cause, Hyrule can breathe easy knowing it's defended by such a worthy champion.
Yep. Until another timeline happens. But we all love Link, though. He's great. And that pose, though.
On the planet Gaia, run by the Shinra conglomerate, one young man wanted to be a strong protector of others. Just like his hero, Sephiroth, the elite member of Soldier.
Sephiroth was his hero?
This was Cloud Strife.
I did not know that.
The troops of Soldier
Like I said,
are awesome.
don't know too much of the plot of Final Fantasy VII yet,
So get
so
to cast magic from materia.
still need to catch up on
Materia
that.
is a byproduct of the life stream, an energy source that runs through the world.
AKA,
Materia
which helps us
casts
use
offensive
magic
spells,
and other
blue's for
abilities.
supportive spells, and yellow has commands. But
Yeah.
red's the most powerful, because they can
Yeah,
summon
it is.
giant monsters. No wonder Cloud wanted to be a part of Soldier so bad. I'd want to too if I could have a giant dragon god as a pet.
This
Oh,
is
man, I haven't gotten
Bahamut
that far
Fury,
yet.
among the most powerful summons in Final Fantasy history. Capable of annihilating a moon, a feat worth over 140 exatons of TNT.
Which
And can also
Cloud
perform
totally
Zeta-
survived
well,
after he made it into
Zeta
the Soldier
flares or some
program
other
without
flares.
any problems whatsoever. Nope, none at all. Is this too much foreshadowing?
Cloud's time as a soldier mercenary was, well, it never happened. Despite his own memories saying otherwise, Cloud actually failed to join the program at all.
Alright, bear
Oh,
with me here.
spoiler
See,
alert.
Cloud had a friend, a first-class soldier.
I haven't gotten
named
that far
Zack
yet in the
Fair.
story, so
They went
that's a
through
spoiler
a
for
bunch
me.
of wacky adventures
Damn.
together, then got kidnapped by some weird cultists who injected them with alien DNA and Mako energy that supercharged them. It's a long
Of course they
story.
did.
Time and time again, Zack came to Cloud's rescue. Until
Zack,
one day,
I remember
a
you from
rescue
Kingdom
would
Hearts.
be his final act.
But before he fell, he gifted Cloud his big old Buster Sword. Hey, what's a sword between bros? Especially when Zack had been there for Cloud so much in the past.
Like how Zack was the one who helped Cloud adjust to the fact that he had never become a member of Soldier.
Or how Cloud hadn't been the one who took the moon exploding either. That was Zack
Wow.
all along.
Cloud's own history had affected him so much that he
I'm
unintentionally
getting so
took
spoiled right now.
Zack's
Like I
as
said, I
his
don't
own.
know this
Gee,
entire story
sounds
of
like
Final
he needs
Fantasy
to do
VII.
some
I'm like,
heavy
God damn it.
self-reflection.
Cloud struggled with
Whatever.
confidence ever since he was
I
rejected
was
from
bound
the
to know
Soldier
eventually.
program. That, combined with the trauma from being kidnapped,
As I was
experimented
saying
on,
earlier,
and
too,
watching
come
his
to think
best friend
about
die, fractured his sense of self.
You know, Cloud not being who he said he was reminds me of someone, Wiz.
What are you talking about?
You know, like how you faked your identity to avoid paying all those student loans and Homeland Security is still looking for you. And
Hey, did you know, despite how the game works, Cloud can use materia without a weapon? Isn't that neat?
I mean,
Anyway,
yeah.
realizing his memories were faulty sparked Cloud's journey of self.
Isn't that
Though
funny?
he had failed
That's
to
relatable
become
to
part of
every
Soldier,
college
he
student right
probably
now.
shouldn't have, because he's been in many fights just as, if not more impressive than those of Zack's resume.
remember that awesome dragon? He beat him. Bahamut's super strong, but also fast enough to fly
Supposedly.
between planets in seconds.
I don't know how
Hell, Cloud could even fly too.
I guess. More
Yeah,
like he's able
more
to
like
jump
high
hundreds
jumping.
of yards up and hang in the sky.
Yeah,
and
just defying
lunge
physics.
around. Yeah, it's basically flight.
He can also use
Yeah.
spirit energy for super attacks called limit breaks, like the classic
Limit breaks are fun to
Omni
use.
Slash.
He's
And
also
come
worn
very
several
handy in
different
dire
types of gear
situations.
over the years, but the one he's consistently kept is a certain ribbon which defends him from the majority of status effects.
That was one
excluding
Aerith
time
gave him,
manipulation.
right?
He's dodged bullets, lasers, and electric attacks. He's casually sliced buildings in half, can cast
Like I
literal
mentioned in the
nuclear
last one.
explosions with his flare
Still don't know why I
materia,
remember that
and he
one
even beat that
specifically.
handsome devil Sephiroth. I don't know how Sephi survived being impaled by a sword that's literally wider than he is, but Cloud got to kick his ass
Maybe
multiple times.
Sephiroth
Even
is
coming face to face with
Sephiroth.
Sephiroth's ultimate attack, Supernova.
Supernova.
Along the way, Cloud also destroyed Shinra. That's one way to get back at the folks who refuse to hire you. Oh, and he got an even cooler sword, too. Get rid of that sentimental Buster Sword, Buster, because the Fusion Sword isn't here to play.
With the Fusion Sword came a new version of Cloud. One who'd worked hard to resolve his personal issues and overcame any foe, mental or physical, in his way.
So all that, on top of beating Sephiroth 3 whole times, proves
3
Cloud
times?
puts up one hell of a fight.
Despite
shit.
Cloud's frustrating start as a young man with unattainable dreams, he grew up
I made
to
it this
become
far, though.
far more
I
than
made
he
it
could
that
have
far in
imagined.
the game.
After
That was
saving
funny.
the world more than once, Cloud Strife deserves the hype.
Stay where you belong.
Yeah.
In my memories.
Yeah. Cloud.
All right, the combatants
Cloud.
are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
But
Oh,
first,
boy.
if you want to
I'm
last
cu-
as long in
I'm
bed
very
as Link
curious
and
to see how
Cloud
this is
do
gonna
fighting
go
gods,
down.
check out Blue Chew.
Man, they really add a lot more to these
This
guys
episode
this
of Death
time
Battle is
around.
brought to you by
So,
Blue Chew.
Yes,
I'm gonna lower
it's
this
been
real
one-
quick. So, as this plays through. This one, I feel like Link might win again. He might. This one's the... I mean, that's how it feels like how it was before. I thought, like last time, I thought Cloud was gonna win. And then Link won. But, I feel like they gave Link a lot more variety though. Like more than like last time. And only added a little bit more to Cloud, so specifically the materia stuff. But if I were to, I'm just gonna say it's probably gonna be Link again. I might be wrong, or I may be right. It's 50-50 with these kind of things. But I'm probably gonna go with Link. Anyways, let's go here.
And thanks, Blue Chew, for sponsoring this show.
But right now,
Okay, good.
it's time for a death battle!
Let's get to it. Good old 3D CGI, and this is gonna be amazing. Way better than last time. Of course. Of course, there's Breath of the Wild Link right there. Oh, they got Cloud talking too, nice. I love how this starts as a, as a bike fight. Just like how it started in that one part in their 7 remake. I'm forgetting it. I already forgot the name of that motorcycle guy already. Ooh! Sheikah Slater ready? He took away his bike. Ancient arrow. Bye bye, Cloud's bike. Is he just gonna keep falling? Oh look, there's his sword. What? What the?
Excuse me?
That's funny. Why do you have him this into the fight? He's actually just put down the base. Wouldn't think he'd do that. Ooh. The up B from Smash. And that's down there. Stasis. They both froze each other. That's funny. Ooh. That was faster though. Ooh. Oh, wait. That's... I forgot about the whole 4 swords thing. A lot more to his arsenal. Ooh. Why? Why? Oh, clever. Clever highway. Ooh. Whoa, ooh, that was enough. Talk about a plan. Oh. And that's a distraction too. Oh, he's using materia now.
Oh, no, you don't.
Whew, that was a good dodge. I find it weird he's lost his Master Sword already. Wait, there it is. That looks epic. That looks very epic. Oh, that backfired. Did Cloud win?
Now it's your chance.
Mipha's Grace. Mipha's Grace. Cloud's using more materia now. There's oh shit.
Let's mosey, asshole.
Tommy Slash. I think this might be the end. I think it is. Nope, I take it back. I retract my statement once again. Ouch.
Nothing to it.
Damn. Plus, I was wrong for the first
It's
time in
that
like
it was time
reacting
to
about
split.
almost 3 years.
Too soon?
Huh.
Yeah,
Link had an incredibly versatile arsenal available to
Yeah,
him.
I'm
given
curious
the
if they changed the
abilities he had
result
from
this
his
time.
various weapons and masks.
And with stuff like the Sheikah Slate and Ocarina, the guy had so much to throw at Cloud that he could have easily gotten overwhelmed.
Even with that against
Yeah.
him, Cloud could match much of Link's arsenal with both his materia and superhuman ability. Link may have won a few fights with his time stop, but so would Cloud. For our purposes of determining who would win the most often, these essentially cancel each other out.
Link's
Not always
Master Sword and
trustworthy.
Triforce of Courage helped
Just
him counter
saying.
some of Cloud's materia. Like, he wasn't getting turned into a toad or anything, but Cloud's ribbon could do a lot of the same, especially against those fire, ice, and shock arrows.
Since both had multiple ways to counter each other's more magic-based moves,
Yep.
and both had incredible healing spells, this really came down to their baser abilities.
Like how Link dodging lasers put him at a tenth the speed of light, but Cloud kept up with Bahamut, who flew between planets in 12 seconds.
Yeah, I'm
Since
still
this looks
surprised
like
you didn't
Neptune,
mention
and
that
considering
before.
Gaia is a stand-in for Earth, the distance between them would be 4.3 billion kilometers. To travel that distance in 12 seconds means Bahamut Fury flew at least 1,200 times the speed of light.
So while Link was smart, had more experience, and has fought foes faster than him before, Cloud could literally run circles around him without him noticing.
Link's strength and power were nothing to scoff at, especially when
No,
Skeleton Majora pulling
they're not.
the moon into a planet and destroying a continent. That would take an energy equivalent to over 60 exatons of TNT. However, Cloud was strong enough to endure similar attacks and return the favor in a devastating way.
Like
Yeah,
how he
that's
survived
crazy.
Sephiroth's supernova attack.
Guidebooks confirm that the supernova
Supernova.
is a blast that destroys dimensional space. Technically, it occurs
Oh,
in another dimension
it's
where
not
the
OP.
entire solar system is annihilated, with Cloud standing right there.
It sounds crazy, but this means he can literally survive a sun exploding in his face. I mean, it really messed him up, but still, it's a goddamn sun. Link's never
Yeah.
had to deal with something of that magnitude before.
The hero of Hyrule put up an admirable fight
Probably.
and could certainly win in a few different ways. But
Yeah,
Cloud's speed,
like-
strength,
like
and
in the first
powerful limit
match.
breaks meant that, more often than not, his victory was assured.
Link tried force, but against Cloud, he had no way out.
The winner.
Thank you
is
once again for the
Cloud
puns.
Strife.
Boomstick. We always like your
That's
puns.
the first half of our 10th anniversary season. Death Battle will return
10th
later this year,
anniversary
but
season.
in the meantime, check out
Oh,
the
wait,
all-new
is this the
PDX
mid-season
and the debates
finale?
we're having over in the Death
Wow.
Battle cast.
Can't
Thanks
believe
for
I'm reacting
watching.
to the mid-season finale. That's crazy. DBX is back. Yeah, I know. Death Battle will return on September. Oh, man. 3 months. Nothing too much to worry about. I'm not probably going to react to the next one. I'll see. Maybe. Maybe not. It all depends. Okay, so that one actually pretty much surprised me as I was wearing my Legend of Zelda t-shirt too for this one. Man. So honestly, I thought Link was going to win again. The Cloud won. Man. Most of my predictions always end up backfiring against me sometimes. Like, it's always 50-50 results. I'll sometimes be right, sometimes be wrong. Well, most of the time it's either this person I'll predict is probably gonna win, but I want the other person to win. But in this case, it wasn't. I actually kind of wanted Link to win, but yeah, I'm fine with Cloud winning too. Honestly, for the first time around, I thought he would have won the first match, but that's not. But the way they said it though, I mean, they had a lot more to Link's arsenal than the first time, and you would think he'd still win the rematch. From what I've seen, especially with all the insults and stuff to it. And the funny thing is, watching him, it was a good fight, by the way. I would say it's a good fight. But one thing I noticed, they didn't really use everything to his arsenal, though. They didn't use everything. Like, the only thing I've seen they use from, besides Machika Slate and Mipha's Race, did he? I wonder if that lightning attack, was it Ouroboros' Fury? Didn't look like it, though. Ouroboros' Fury would expand a little bit more than that, anyways. Ouroboros' Fury, volleys a Gale, and Daruk's shield. Didn't use any of those, surprisingly. Well, thought they would have used that too. So, but I'm not surprised they used Sheikah Slates and other stuff, but clever parts on Link's for what he was doing. I'm just amazed they just used a four swords duplication. I didn't think they'd totally go for that. I'm surprised they didn't go for that last time, because Four Swords has been out before then. I'm surprised they're adding new stuff to it now. That's the thing that confused me with that battle. Like, there was the stuff, some of the stuff was there before. Before their first fight. Now they're adding the stuff now to the second fight, which I don't entirely get, honestly. Especially, even with the materia stuff. I'm not sure if the materia was there from, like, in the original Final Fantasy VII. I'm not sure. Never, didn't play it, like, if I did. It was a really long time ago. But anyways, that was a new one. But the materia was new. I didn't really see anything too much else they added for Cloud. They only added a little bit more stuff to them when they did before, compared to Link, where they added a lot more stuff. Which, holy shit, dude. So I was thinking Link was probably going to win just because the stuff they added, and thought made it more capable of him winning. But I will say they did kind of troll us the last second, when he was about to use the Triforce. I thought from there it was going to end up like the last time, where Cloud's doing the Omni Slash, Link gets him right then and there before he delivers the final hit. But I was like, nope. He nailed it this time. Link wasn't fast enough. I was like, oh, alright. Man. But I will say, this fight was pretty fun. Like I said, like a few minutes ago, I would give this fight, I give it a 10 out of 10, honestly. Why not? It's pretty awesome. Animation fight-wise, it's pretty fun. I feel like they could have done better with the animation. Way better, like compared to other fights, but it felt lacking a little bit in this compared to other 3D animated fights, in my opinion. And then there's research-wise, I don't know. Like I said, death battles really when it comes to the research on doing these kind of stuff. So, which is like I said earlier, which is why I don't find them very trustworthy at all. Some of the research is accurate, like I said before, but not all of it. And some things they get wrong, so that's why I'm just like, yeah, I don't really trust them that well anymore as they used to. So, which is another reason why, like I said, which is why I stopped watching it. So, but in any case, I'm curious though. Let me know what y'all think for those who watch. Let me know what you think about this in the comments below. Do you think Link should have won? Do you think Cloud rightfully deserved to win? Honestly, I'm surprised. One of my friends said the first time around, Cloud should have won. I was like, probably should have, honestly. But anyways, I'm fine with the result either way. I like both of them either way. But like I said, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Like this video if you like this reaction. Tune in for more in the future. There'll definitely be a little bit more to come. I've just been planning some other stuff ahead, and just a few other things I have planned for the future for this channel, and other stuff, on the side. But anyways, so please like this video and subscribe for more, because I will be doing more. So please subscribe. That makes life happy. Do reactions, other stuff, multi-content stuff, etc. I'm more than just reaction channel, so tune in for that. So please subscribe. But in any case, that's all I really have to say for this video. For those who are watching, thank you for watching, and until next time, I'm out.